You had potential, brother, when you were consistent. Now, this person doesn't know me. This person messaged me for the Iman Gadzhi fashion page that I started, the men's fashion page, scaled it up to 15K followers now. And I went through, I'd say like 3 or 4 bursts of growing the account quite quickly. So initially had a massive backlog. I was working through like weeks of content. I could post 2, 3 times a day for weeks at a time. Kind of ran out of content, slowed down, picked it up again, started posting again consistently, and then I started introducing reels. So I started to learn a bit of video editing, started to post some reels, and they like blew up the account. I had one reel do over 1.3 million. It grew to like 5, 6, 7K followers. Same thing again. I had like another burst of reels, and it took the page to just over 10K, and it's now sitting at 15K. And there was a gap just before I've been back on it recently where someone messaged me on the page saying, you had potential, brother, when you were consistent. And I make it known on the page that I'm not associated with Eman. I'm just a guy that's trying to build something on social media, kind of experimenting. So yeah, I've been building that for like a year now, I'd say, on and off. But that message, I feel like him not knowing me personally, but him knowing my work is kind of lights a fire in me even more to stay consistent with the page, because one of my goals for this year is to monetize that Instagram page. Alongside that, I'm also learning copywriting at the moment, and I've got 15K followers. A lot of those followers are blue ticks, men's clothing brands. I've had a few clothing brands reach out for paid posts, but what I think would be more profitable long term and actually a bit more of a business move than just taking like paid posts is going through the followers of that account, reaching out to potential clients that I could do copywriting for, video editing for, social media marketing for. And someone messaging me on the page, liking the content I'm putting out and like appreciating me building something cool and like gaining a bit of following, then messaging me, you had potential when you were consistent. Again, I don't take it too personally, but I understand where they're coming from because the page has so much potential for growth. It's been quiet. I don't really know what to do with the page, but now it's starting to become clear how I can monetize it and turn it into some paid clients. But let's just say there are potential clients in there, which I believe there are. Them seeing me be inconsistent with building the page and posting on the Eman page, they might start to associate that with me and doing paid work for them. So like, let's just say I reach out to someone, potential client, we jump on a first sales call, kind of introduce my services, tell them what I think I can do for the business. And they say, yeah, great, this all sounds really good. But we noticed with the Eman page, when you were building that, there were months at a time with no posts. How can we bank on you to be consistent with, delivering a service for us? And I was like, damn, I would hate to be in that situation on a call where a potential client is saying to me, okay, this looks great. We're kind of happy with the service delivery that you could do for us. But is this going to be an issue, the fact you've been inconsistent over here versus being inconsistent taking us on as a client? And of course that wouldn't be the case because a paid opportunity, I'd be, dialed in, delivering every week, whatever they need, emails, whatever it is. But it's just the reputation alone that I've now built with that page. And I think it's great. It's actually quite engaged. There's loads of young guys that kind of message me asking for certain pieces or asking me what my plan is with the account and just trying to connect. But my plan now, again, is to be more consistent with that page, keep it simple, not put a crazy amount of effort. There's other things that I think are more important. The page is growing by itself now. It gets a few hundred followers a week by just like 1 or 2 just normal picture posts. Editing reels obviously takes a little bit longer, but I'm kind of super excited now to monetize the page. But most importantly, the thing I'm most excited about is getting some clients for my copywriting agency. And New Year's aside, I think this is a perfect time now after me being rested. I actually invested into a course, like a paid community coaching program on copywriting. I've been living in this place now for 3 or 4 months, settled into my job, Did a bit too much traveling last year in terms of like bouncing to and from London and Nottingham. Did a trip for my birthday. I got sick. I was absolutely knackered. Went home for Christmas, recharged, saw the family, and now I'm back in Manchester. Better myself, paid for the program to learn copywriting, which, you know, going through the content, it's a skill I already have, like working in sales for 5 years, being able to sell with my words in typing, but I more wanted to do it because of the stake, the investment that I'm putting into my education. And I never went to university, but, you know, towards the end of school, to start my professional career, there's a lot more time spent learning and upskilling yourself and training yourself. And I kind of felt like I wasn't doing that personally in my own personal life, outside of, you know, joining a new company, learning that product, learning how to sell that product, learning the new CRM softwares, etc. But the upskilling and the training for my own personal growth was lacking. And I think, you know, information being sold online is probably like the biggest growing industry. And the amount of 16-year-olds that you see that were never conditioned from the corporate world or to have a job as much as maybe I am, you know, working in the corporate world for like 5 years now, they don't have to unlearn anything to get straight into an online business. They learn that first. So for me, I was like, you know what, I'm going to invest in my own education to upskill myself on this skill, which is copywriting. I feel like I've also got the skill of video editing and social media marketing as well. I could help with that. But right now, making that better myself, you know, knowing that there's people watching me on that business account, you know, which obviously isn't connected to my personal brand yet, but, you know, I want my personal brand as well to be a testimony to just consistency, showing up every day, posting on social media. And I'm starting to realize now the importance of just building my social brand, building in public, which is probably the meta right now. It's what Daniel Dalen's doing. It's what Iman Gadzhi's doing. It's just kind of vlogs behind the scenes of building your own business. So you had potential, brother, when you were consistent. And I think who better to judge me or make a comment like that than someone who is following the page. And I have multiple people messaging through the page saying things like, oh, is this an active page? What's your plan with this account? Do you want to sell the account? And when I'm not even getting the most out of it, you know, fair play to these people that would question, you have this growing Instagram page that has loads of potential to make some money, but you're not actively growing it. So my plan now, where I'm at, LinkedIn personal brand, mainly around tech sales and to showcase my copywriting skills, just writing posts every day, making them engaging, using storytelling. TikTok personal brand, which is more day in the life, but I'm gonna start focusing those day in the lives around the work I'm doing. So coming down here, filming a video, copywriting, practicing, you know, service delivery for clients that I will have. YouTube, sit down videos like this, you know, talking about where I'm at with tech sales, where I'm at with my copywriting, you know, signing my first client. I want to document all of that because future clients will then look to my personal brand, my social media presence across LinkedIn. They've then got YouTube as a reference to see me, you know, upskilling myself in copywriting, getting clients, just kind of sticking to it, and documenting it is the best way. So that's kind of the purpose behind picking up a camera. And those little messages like that from that guy just kind of remind me, okay, I'm on the right path. Is people are asking me, why you're not being consistent? Because you have something, you just need to take it to that special place where it is starting to actually snowball, get a bit of traction. Like followers are great, but you know, long term for a page like that, I want to convert that to sales, to clients, to whatever it is. And that is my plan. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm very excited. I've definitely been putting myself out there more these past few weeks. Even I wrote like a long format post on LinkedIn just about being in sales for 5 years. And just that alone, you know, you hit post, it's the same feeling as like uploading my first YouTube video or my first TikTok. I'm putting something out in the world And there's no real reason to do it, but I just have this desire. And it's not even desire, I just feel like it should be me. Like, I know what I'm doing. I see people posting content, I'm like, damn, I should be doing that. I am doing that. And I know I can put my own spin on it in a way where, you know, it's not even out of this world to imagine yourself getting a few clients. This is going to be a big year. And if you're building anything on social media, you should just always have the mindset that people following you are potentially paying customers, paying clients in the future. And as well as what you're actually posting, they're going to pay attention to the consistency of you posting and understand, okay, great, this guy is building his own personal brand. If he was to work with us, this is kind of the same energy, enthusiasm he's going to bring to the work with us. So that's why I'm going all in on personal brand, and personal brand is everywhere right now. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Personal brand is what allowed me to make an Instagram page off an existing public figure entrepreneur, which is Iman Gadzhi, and scale it up to 15K followers of such a small part, which is just his fashion, his style of his personal brand, to turn it into a whole nother business, if you will, another growing Instagram page, which could turn into anything. So yeah, personal brand is the way to go, and it's the way I'm going. I'm going all in, and I'm catering it around copywriting and sales to attract future clients so they can see my growth, they can see me building in public. I think my future videos are going to include a lot of more copywriting videos, more videos about tech sales, videos about catering my environment, why I live in this place, to allow me to work harder on those things. Even little things like being able to come down here and film a video. Man, speaking is such a skill. And I've definitely developed it over the past few years working in sales. It's mainly been over the phone, but I've had many, you know, sales networking events where I'm in person speaking with people. And your voice, your words, the language you use is so important, and it's how people perceive you. And talking to the camera is probably the best practice I've ever had to get the ideas in my head out into the world coherently, where they kind of make sense and it's engaging and it tells a story and it actually ends with a solid conclusion and some sort of lesson. I've just started posting on TikTok a bit more day in the life, where I do focus it around my work, copywriting, you know, filming a YouTube video. And they've actually done all right. A few of them have got like 3,000-4,000 views. So to me, that's a sign, because I was just putting out content of me playing tennis and it's kind of just entertainment content. But again, I've realized recently I want to cater everything towards business, towards getting paid clients in the future, because again, I'm doing social media for fun. It's a creative outlet, but at the same time, you know, I see this as building my fortune, if you will. I know this is all going to pay fruit. Again, the Iman page, when I made it, I was like, no idea where this is going, why I'm building this. I just see this as a thing, and it has become a thing. 15K followers is such a good foundation to do anything from. So I'm going all in on personal brand. I'm improving my communication skills, and I hope you are too.